Hi there, it's Copperpippin and welcome to my channel. Today's speed build we are doing the Winter Lake House. This is a large 3-bedroom family home that is got a good sizable kind of open plan living, really comfy, cozy textures, curtains on every window, all that kind of stuff. I really fancied doing a bit of a wintry, in the snow, lodge home. Yeah, a bit of a mix of all those things. I wanted a kind of very wooden and rustic looking home. I wanted a big kind of kitchen in the middle. I wanted a dining room to the side and kind of living room. 2 kids' bedrooms are on one end, basically exact same size, just slightly different decor. We've got a purple one, which is a more of a teen room, and a yellowish one, which is more of a kid's room. The parents' room is quite a little small room, but it does have a full kind of walk-in wardrobe and ensuite with a big bath. I've never used that corner bath before, but I thought just this house just decided it was going to need it. We've got this kind of wraparound kitchen with a big island that really takes over the whole space. Everything's in really dark woods and trying to make it feel like really natural texture to it. I was trying to make sure it looked very kind of upmarket, but a rusticy home. So there's lots of wood tones, but then there's a lot of home dream decorator. I felt like a lot of their stuff had like quite nice look to it and style. I like their chairs and their sofas quite a lot, so I used a lot of that. And then that means all of the kind of pieces kind of match and look the same, which I quite liked. And just adding decor just here and there. I'm not really sure how many people have ended up buying the new clutter kit. I've used it quite a bit in this build, and I think I was coming to the assumption that I think it's such a useful toolkit for me, but it's so small of a thing that if you did download this house and you didn't have the clutter kit, you would only really be missing out on like little details here and there. It wouldn't destroy the build for you, which I thought was kind of fun, and I quite like that about a pack, because some other things it's like a whole chair or sofas will be missing, or bigger items, whereas like the clutter kit, at least if you don't want to pay any money for that, then all you're missing is tiny little bits on a desk or something. I'm really loving the gorgeous, spacious like layout of the kitchen with the kind of wraparound cabinets. I really wish those would stay up in some situations, but it depends on what kind of game player you are. I do tend to play half wall down, so I would miss out on this lovely detailed wall piece, but I really enjoy how the kitchen came out. I think it has a lot of little details and little textures to it, and it is just a shame that when you put the walls down you lose out on these lovely cabinet wall decor details. But I do feel like it feels really homely for such a kind of odd middle of the room space, and just adding little details here and there just really turns it in together. The living room is just such a nice space, and it is all the Dream Home Decorator collection, all matching all together with a couple extra bits. I do wish we had smaller, rounder coffee tables. We've got small rectangle ones, but then they were too big for that space. The round ones are massive, and then these two are tiny, and I kind of wanted something a little bit bigger but then a little bit smaller than the big ones. I don't know, absolutely, it was doing my head in. So I've ended up making this kind of like nested coffee table situation, which turns out to be quite nice. I think I might use that in more builds. I actually really like it. But it was a weird one. I spent ages looking at different kind of variations for that when I was planning this out, and it was just really annoying me. It did work in the end, and I think it's really cute, and it feels more lived in, natural. I had a bit of fun with the bathrooms. We have this big, large corner tub. I have never placed this in a build before in my life, and I don't know why, it just decided to use it today. I quite like this big posh ensuite that we've got set up, and then we've got a reasonably good main bathroom, which is for, you know, more of the kids and stuff and guests. It is quite a sizable house with two large bathrooms and kind of a big living area. It's got a lot of room to have lots of friends over for dinner and things like that, and has lots of space for cooking and getting involved with cooking, so you can get the kids cooking in that big kitchen, and I think that's really fun. I hope you're starting to enjoy the winter season. I still, even now, like, we're so close to Christmas, and I'm still struggling to feel a little Christmassy. I think when I go home, I'm literally driving home on Christmas Eve. I think when I go home and I am up and the tree's up and I'm looking at all the presents under the tree, I'll start feeling more Christmassy, but I'm just not there yet. I don't know. I think work's just been a bit too hectic, and trying to sort out my general life as I'm trying to redesign my own house and keep coming up with problems. Oh, remodeling houses in The Sims are so simple, and I wish real life was a bit like that. My remodel in my house it's fine, but it has been a bit more of a nightmare than just, deleting a wall or putting a half wall instead of things. It's just, Sims makes things so much easier and feel really simple, when in fact it can be a complete nightmare. I really enjoy having a little bit more clutter, as I said before, and doing this kind of walk-in wardrobe section in the parents' bedroom. I really enjoyed, and I really like the kind of detail of being able to do that. I think Dream Home Decorator added so much to this pack that I love. And to be honest, I don't even mind the gameplay that much. It just tended to be a little bit repetitive, but it was quite fun and a little bit buggy. But I mean, when is the Sims pack not buggy? But it really did add such nice pieces that really go with so many things, and I really like it. There is a little bit of a deck out the back for you to have kind of barbecues and things in the kind of more summery months and things. A little bit of landscaping here or there. I added a little bit of trees that have foliage, and then also trees that, if you continue playing this game, will get foliage and have a bit more life to them. And the same as trying to make sure that the garden looked full and covered, but wasn't like too bare or looking odd in the snow. And I feel like we kind of managed to get a happy medium. I hope you enjoy the rest of this speed build. I'm hoping you're going to enjoy the Christmas period. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!